Dirt's a Podcast, episode 66. I'm Brock. There's Brooks. How you doing, Brooks?
What up? How are you?
Yeah. Good. Now, I'm getting over an ordeal.
I've heard. So, when people tell me about Australia, I always think, well, the middle of the continent is inhabited because it's just a hellhole, basically.
Nothing there.
There's venomous snakes left and right. There's spiders the size of your forearm. There's spiders that eat spiders. There's birds that eat those spiders. There's shit that eats those birds. It's a wild place. Never in my 25 years of being on this earth have I heard of gang-related activity in Australia. What the fuck happened to you?
How do you know it was gang-related?
Well, you go on with the story and then I'll tell you why.
Okay. Now, hang on. What ethnicity of gang are you getting at here?
Well, so I know Australia kind of, I think, lacks a little bit of diversity in certain areas, I believe.
Really?
I don't know. That's what the Twitter sphere tells me.
Okay. What my esteemed colleague is alluding to, Monday, sometime between late Monday night and early Tuesday morning, my car got broken into.
It's crazy.
And where I live, there's car spaces for the occupants of the property. I've got one of those car spaces. They've had to walk into, like, there's gates, but it's an open, there's fence, and a driveway, no gates.
Oh.
Because obviously there's more than one person that lives there, so you wouldn't be opening, closing all the time.
Explain the Hamptons, buddy.
Yeah. No.
That's what I'm getting at.
I'll say they walked in. Well, I don't know their pronouns, so.
I don't think you got off by a female.
Walked in and I heard noises at about between 2 to 3 a.m., but I didn't pinpoint them to be in the car park.
And why would you?
Yeah. Then a bit later within that time frame, I could see the blue and red lights of cop car. So I joined the dots and thought, those noises I heard was someone having a domestic or being a dickhead in the street or streets around me. Someone's called the cop car.
I give you credit. Hold on. I want you to continue the story, but I do give you credit. Now again, I do live in a different area, but if there were cop lights outside of my window, I wouldn't be like, it's just someone beating the shit out of their wife. I would get up and be the nosiest motherfucker you've ever met in your life, and I'm looking to see.
I usually am, but the night before, I didn't sleep well. So I was like, I just want to sleep.
Okay.
It's already 2 a.m., 3 a.m. I want to get up the next day. I was going to get up early and go do my washing at the laundromat.
Mm-hmm.
While I was waiting for that, go across the road, where's my local cafe, get a coffee, get some breakfast while the washing was going, finish that, walk back. Then it's usually the washing side is done. Then I put it in the dryer, wait another 20 minutes while it dries, hop back in the car and then head back, sort that out, and then do some stuff on the computer related to the podcasts and other things.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, get some groceries and all that.
Of course.
I walk in the morning, see that my driver's side, I only have 2-door car, right? Could see that my driver's side door was slightly ajar. I'm like, fuck.
Oh, no.
Walk up, close to the car. There was, I had a few empty boxes of gadget boxes in the back of the car, I think a Chromecast box. Just boxes that I don't want to throw the boxes out because if I sell them, I put them back in the box and,
of course, if you need
cables and everything.
Apple or whatever. Exactly.
Yeah. So they were strewn across the ground. At the front of the car, I had some paperwork in the car. Not important paperwork, just something I'd done, some job course or something. Right. So nothing important.
Right,
Just had the name on it
or something.
No, that was in plastic pockets, 4 plastic pockets thrown all everywhere.
Yep.
I did open the car door, and I'm
Mhm.
thinking, "Oh, shit," and I tried not to really touch it as much.
Of course, 'cause you don't know what happened yet.
No, and plus, I don't wanna contaminate any fingerprints or anything that might
Ooh,
be on.
good thinking.
I know my fingerprints are already on there more than likely, but
Oh, yeah. Yeah, never mind, not good thinking, your fingerprints are all over it.
yeah. So, I was like, I watched one too many CSI.
I was literally going to say you need to stop watching CSI.
Yeah, I just walked up to the car and I was like, so did my best David Caruso. You're like, waited,
You
did a
damn
line, and
right,
then took
damn
my
right.
glasses off.
Dick Wolf, baby.
I've opened the door. I've stuck my head in. Now my car is I think it was 2010 model or 2008 model or something.
Back in your pants, brother.
It's not a new car, so it doesn't have the built-in head unit that has your Android Auto or your Apple
Yeah.
CarPlay
Yep,
or
yep, yep, yep.
GPS or anything like that. So I had an aftermarket third-party one that I bought from a
Yeah.
car accessories place. I think it cost me about 200 Australian dollars. Now the way that connected was it had a bracket you'd actually push into the CD player
Yes.
where you
Yes,
put a
yes, yes.
CD, turn it to expand it,
Yep,
and then you plug it into your cigarette lighter for the power.
correct. So, I had a 2002 car that I had to do that with, and it's
Mm.
very simple, but at the same time, not very reliable in that sense if somebody were to turn a
This was pretty reliable. Like,
Oh, it played music great.
yeah, well, I'd hook it up straight away. As soon as it turned on, it hooked up
Yes,
to my phone with Android Auto.
yes, but they're easy to get out is the point I'm getting at.
Yeah. So they took, luckily, I haven't played a CD in the CD player. That's the thing. They didn't take the CD player, so they didn't try and
Oh,
rip that out.
oh,
But I don't know whether
oh,
they turned it to pull the head unit out or whether they just ripped it out because I haven't put a CD in to test to see if it still works or not.
oh,
But they took the head unit, they pulled
god.
to the left of my cigarette lighter. There was like a USB port that had something to do with Microsoft because this is how old the car is.
Yeah,
I never used it. It didn't work for anything. They've
okay.
pulled that out. So there was a wire, like the wires with, how they got the black connector
Yeah,
things on the end?
yeah.
Yep, was sticking out. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing here? My glove box is just a hole. The way the car is, it's just a hole there to put stuff
This is
in, like a
100%
shelf.
a white gang. Like, he saw Microsoft and he was like, "Perfect, I'm set for fucking life."
Yeah, so in the glove box, which is like I said, it's just a shelf. I had a set of, I think, Monster headphones that I hadn't used in ages. So they took them
Oh my god.
in the side compartment on the door, like the lower compartment. I had some sunglasses that, again, I hadn't used in ages that were just like a backup if I needed a
So they're like
pair.
15 bucks.
No, they were,
Oh.
I think they're close to 100, but I forgot they were there. So when I was making the police
Oh.
report and they were saying, what did they take? How much was the value? I didn't mention it. They took, because mine's a Fiat 500, so it's a two-door hatch. So I lifted the back up. In the back, where I had some of these boxes, they had taken,
Hmm.
what did I have? I'm pretty sure I had a microphone arm, like
Mhm.
what you've got your microphone on. Yep. A microphone that was nothing wrong with it. I just upgraded my microphone.
Right.
So they took all that. That was all in the box.
Interesting.
So I think about $400 or $500 worth of stuff they
Oh,
nicked, but not enough to go through insurance because the premium would be more than the
wow.
value of the stuff to sort of
Oh, that's
get anything
bullshit.
back. I had a little, those little things that you put you can stick on, well, you can stick them anywhere, but when solar light hits them, they can rock and they can move, something like a hula hoop
Oh,
dancer
yeah,
or a
yeah. Yep.
dashboard Jesus or
Shut
whatever
up.
type
Don't
thing.
tell me they stole that too.
No, even worse. I had a little sumo man on there. First thing I put on me when I got this car, like new car to me, but as soon as I bought it, bought a little sumo man. Oh, this would
It's
be
more
funny, a little
too.
sumo man on the dash. They didn't steal it. They ripped it off and threw it.
God!
It was still on the dash. Yeah.
So that's just a
So they
petty
didn't.
crime. This isn't even a
I
felony.
know.
That's a petty crime.
I know what they don't like. They didn't steal a Denver Nuggets hat I had in the back. And they didn't steal some socks I had in the back.
Well, so he's not a foot guy, unfortunately.
No, I'm trying to think of the brand. I don't know if you have the brand over there, Stance.
Yes, of course. Isn't that D-Wade's?
I'm not sure. It's a fairly, they have some good socks.
Yeah, no, we have a shit ton.
You know, they got NBA property socks. They got.
That's why I thought they were like affiliated with Wade for some reason.
Nirvana.
Yep.
Yeah. I had about 3 pairs.
Those are decent socks too. Even if I wasn't a foot guy, I'd steal them.
And they're in good condition. Like they weren't.
Right.
They didn't have holes in it. I wouldn't buy secondhand socks. I wouldn't steal secondhand socks. If you're going through a car to steal shit to sell,
throwing sumo wrestlers,
you probably need socks as well. Yeah. If you're doing that shit,
you might be through some rough times.
The stuff they stole, it was the principle of the stuff they stole because it had been in the car for so long. I obviously didn't need it.
Exactly.
It was there, but it was like, it's mine. You don't take it, sort of thing.
Like at that point, it's just disrespectful. Like you're not pissed off. You're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why me?
I feel more violated that they've been someone has been in my car.
Yes.
It's probably not compatible to a sexual assault, but
it's as close as you can get.
Close as I'm going to get without being diddled. I'm like
teetering on harassment, if you will.
Because even on my gear stick, I don't know if you've ever seen them before, the little hoodies you can buy for a gear stick.
Yes.
It's just like a miniature hoodie. It has the little things like tight, you want to tie up your hoodie. It has fake little arms. So it's just you can put it on a doll, but you just put it on your gear stick. They took that.
I usually call them condoms because you're putting them on your shaft.
Pretty much, yeah. So it's like, what are they going to, maybe if they own a doll, they might be using it for a doll. But apart from that, you're not going to get anything for it.
No.
Yeah. So I'm like, damn. Like I said, I felt more violated. Like I just want to get rid of the car, trade the car and buy a new car. I can't because I can't afford to.
Wasn't like a targeted attack? Like clearly
I don't know.
They threw your sumo wrestler off. They took your
closed the doors.
Condom.
And like I said, I tried not to touch them as much as I could. Called the cops. We have a line here. Like if it's not an emergency and you don't need sirens and everything,
of course,
you can call another line.
Yep, we got the same.
So I called that, made a report. They said, look, someone will contact you to let you know if someone from the crime unit will come out. Because obviously, depending on how big of a crime it is or what's going on any given day.
Right.
So I'm like, great. I haven't eaten. I need to eat. I don't want to leave the car.
Morning sucks.
I can lock the car because they didn't break any windows or anything.
That's crazy.
I don't want to leave the car because I don't want to miss the cops if they come, even though they said they'd call. It's like, yeah, they might. They might.
I get where you're coming from. Of course.
I ended up getting an email about an hour, nearly 2 hours later. I was just waiting out the front near the car. In that time, I contacted the real estate, asked if they could get the CCTV.
The amount of money I would pay just to see the picture of you twiddling your thumbs outside your car after being violated is astronomical. I would pay top dollar just to see that.
I called Mum and my brother and just sort of had a bit of a chat and let them know. And my mum thought I was joking. I'm like, no, if I was joking, I'd say two people walk into a bar. And
Mom, does it sound like a fucking joke to you?
I got an email with the report and the report number and which police station's handling it. So I called that police station to see if anyone was coming and if I get a call because I want to do things. And I don't want to contaminate anything as well. I do understand
that.
And this is the first time I've ever been broken into with anything. So it's not like I know what happens next or sort of thing. And they said, hang on, the crime unit doesn't work out of that police station. They work out of another one.
Of course they do.
Give them a call and then they'll be able to tell you. So I gave them a call and they said, look, someone will call you just before they get there.
Someone from that other department will call you.
Yeah. I went, had some breakfast or very late lunch at that stage.
Brunch.
I got back and then at about, I think it was a bit before 2, I was sitting at my computer and got a call and they were downstairs. They just pulled up. So I went down, and there was a girl cop and a male cop. Girl cop was taking photos with one of the cool ass cameras that they have.
Was she hot?
No.
Damn.
If she was a cop stripper, you'd ask for your money back. She was taking her photos, and then she started dusting, and she's like, "Yeah, no, we can't get anything off it." And they dusted on the inside, like
Yeah.
on the dash kind of thing, where it's really shiny, but still
Yeah.
nothing. And then she's like, "Oh, to clean this off, just wipe it with a rag and then use hot soapy water." I'm like, "Great, I got to do this now."
Right. Now you're giving me chores. Thank you, Mom.
Yeah, before I go to get groceries, I got to clean the car now.
Gonna go get the Windex.
Yeah, so they left and they said, "Look, someone will probably contact your real estate agent for the CCTV footage and go from there." I'm still thrown out by it. Thankfully, the car still goes, like the ripping of the
Right, like it
wires
didn't
isn't
fuck with
affecting
anything.
anything. Yeah, and anything that can be nicked has already been taken out of the car. So if they come back or they tell their mates, "Oh, there's a car down there, it was easy to get into," and they try it. The worst they can do, obviously, is wreck it.
Right, but at that point, he's probably like, "Oh, this fraud's got fucking empty boxes in the back of his car."
Yeah. So, they don't like, obviously not the Denver Nuggets. And that Denver
That's
Nuggets
crazy.
hat, it's about a 20-something-year-old hat.
It's a great hat.
Like, I bought it when I was in the States, at a
Yeah.
Denver Nuggets game. So it has memories for me
Exactly.
more so than I wear it every day type thing. I haven't worn it probably in about 10 years, but so that was my start to the week. So I've been
Good
violated.
God, dude.
It feels like they put me over the front of the car and had their way with me.
No, they put you over the front of the car and threatened to have their way with you. They're like, "Keep it up.
Mm.
We'll take the sumo wrestler." No, instead we'll just rip it off like an asshole.
That's a good transition there.
Oh, what? Sumo wrestlers and assholes.
Sumo wrestling is a sport.
Indeed.
What is happening in the world at the moment?
Yeah. Trust me, I have my issues with the Olympics. They're taking away from my NASCAR.
There you go, the Olympics. Now, I have delved into some stats here.
Okay.
Well, first up,
I
you
have
guys,
Oh,
you guys being American,
drink.
you can't take not being not first,
In
like
shooting.
not being the best. No, in anything.
Oh,
No,
yes.
I mean in the Olympics,
Yeah, no.
right? So the official Olympic tally, the way they do it, and we discussed this off air last week,
Yes.
is they go by gold.
Gold.
So whoever's got the most
Doesn't
gold
matter what the total
is the
is.
winner. Yeah. So at the moment,
Yeah, we're
China's leading with
middling.
9 gold. France is second with 8, and
Okay.
usually the host country goes well. Japan is tied for second. Well, Japan is third with 8 because they then use the other medals as tiebreakers.
Yeah.
So Japan has 10. France has 10 silvers, whereas Japan only has 3. So that's where France gets the leg up.
Yep.
We are fourth with 7 gold.
Hey.
United States all the way down at 7 with 5 gold, right?
I know. We're struggling.
That's the official Olympic
As of now.
Games. That's how they do it.
Yes.
Nearly
I
every
agree.
publication
completely
and
agree.
TV show in America,
I know.
we're winning
Uses total.
on
Uses total.
30 total.
I have never cared
It's
about
like-
total. I have never cared about total. It is gold. Everybody knows that it is gold that matters, but then you've got ESPN and Bleacher Report and these assholes being like, "Well, USA is 26. Yeah, but 17 of them are fucking third place."
So it's like, what the fuck?
What
You
the
can't
fuck
win either
happened to
way.
the country I love? We celebrate first fucking place.
That would be like
What the fuck? I hate
Golden State Warriors lost to
Yes.
Cleveland.
Yes, at
It was
73 and
Cleveland,
9.
wasn't it? Yeah. It would be like saying, hey, yeah. Look, you might have won, I don't know, what was the end result in that series? Was it 4-3? Did it go to 7 or not?
Yeah, it was Cavs 1 and 7. They came out of the 3-1 hole.
Okay. So it's like saying, yeah, you might have won the championship 4-3. But
We have the regular season record wins.
but we had a better 3-point percentage.
I wouldn't even go that insane.
We all know 3-pointers are the top score that you can score when you're on the court. So they have more weight to it. That's not saying that.
Right, right. That's how absurd it is. That's how absurd it is. Every time we talk about the Warriors and anytime I talk about that 2016 year, do you think I bring up the fact that they have the regular season win record at 73-9? No, because they lost in 7 to the Cavs in that series, and I refuse to. I would never. The regular season win record is disgusting to me. I wish they went 71-11 just for that reason. Because now they're like, oh my god, unless you're on that. Like, fuck.
I've used it before, like when people with, like, my team makes a final of anything, and then someone that didn't make the finals goes, ooh, and they lost. And I go, oh, they lost. My usual comeback is, well, at least we made it. But it doesn't matter because
we're both watching the same game on our couches.
Yeah, we both don't have something in the trophy cabinet. Now, it was good that you actually said that you're sucking at shooting.
That was crazy. It's crazy. It's sending our worst.
I went back from 2000 Olympics. 2000 Olympics. So since then, up until not this Olympics, but
2020.
The Tokyo Olympics, yeah, which were held in 2021 because of COVID. So there was 85 events. Out of those 85 events over those, 2004, 8, was it 6, I think, Olympics? 6 was it 24? Yeah, about that. Yep.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Yes. Yep.
5 Olympics, whatever it is.
5 or 6.
I'm sure whoever's listening will do the maths and tell me I'm wrong. But 85 events, US won 12 gold medals. So that's 14.12% of the events you won, right?
My taxes pay for these athletes.
But between 2017 and 2022, there has been 3,052 mass shootings. So that's 4 or more injured or killed in America. Like you said, you are sending the wrong people.
Sending
you
our
should
worst.
be sending. You should be sent. Well, you should be sending the other worst. You should be sending the mass shooters that don't pop themselves, or don't kill them. Send them to the Olympics. They've got a better hit.
Listen, I would put it this way. As the whole jail reform, everyone's like, oh, we need to reform prisons, whatever the fuck it may be. Be like, here's your one chance. If you don't come home with gold from shooting, you're in jail for the rest of your life. If you win, maybe we'll let you out in 10 years. Maybe then we can have the conversation and then they get killed by somebody else. But the fact that we have 0 points in shooting, now again, no one was beating that South Korean there who had the Terminator style glasses and just like hand in the pocket shooting a pistol. I was like, all right. It's like, clearly we have no aura. Track and field, we're going to make some ground up, I think. Obviously, basketball is going to us in both sports.
I don't know.
I won't say obviously yet, but I mean, everyone was like, well, South Sudan gave them a problem, and then we wiped the floor with them today.
Oh, I didn't see that. So
they beat the shit out of them. It was like 55-20 at halftime or something. It was absurd. Jesus Christ, boys. And again, I didn't overreact to that. I know a lot of people did, where they were like, oh, USA only won by 1. And I was like, do you think they're really trying in the warm-up games? No.
Yeah, so
they're not.
Probably not. No.
Like, that's a shoot around for them. Obviously, now that we're in group play and then they're up however fucking many at halftime, I was like, well, maybe now Tatum will get some minutes.
It's like you have sent a team of Thomas Matthew Crooks to
Seriously?
games as a shooter.
That's exactly who we've sent.
Because the ironic thing, he wasn't good enough to get into his high school shooting club.
So that's been confirmed, correct? That's been confirmed. Because when I first read that story, I was like, there's no way that's true. That just seems so far-fetched. Also,
it's like,
what school in America is still doing rifle classes? That's crazy to me. I didn't have that option, and I went to a vocational school.
Maybe that's where you're lacking. You don't have the schools doing it. So you don't have the talent coming through.
I think I would have at least gotten bronze. Like, I used to go hunting and everything. I could have at least shot it. But again, like, no one was beating that South Korean. Once I saw the picture of her with her hand in her pocket, I was like, we're done here. This woman's just going to fucking dominate. Also, though, shouts to my girl, Katie Ledecky. Absolutely fucking dominated today. I believe set the world record.
What does she do?
Swimming, I believe. Katie
Oh,
Ledecky?
okay.
Yeah, she's a swimmer. The
We're,
skateboarding
we're
was
killing it in
cool.
the pool
I
too.
liked it. I liked the skateboarding a lot. I thought that was sick.
Is that what the kids say? They're sick?
Are you an idiot? I've said that multiple times on this show.
No, I mean, but skateboarders, like, and they like grommets, and remember they have all their own terminology.
I say that's sick. Shut up. Go back and listen to the most recent episode. I'm certain there's something where I said that's sick. I enjoy
Yeah,
it.
I know you can say that's sick. It's good, but I'm saying, what do skateboarders these days say?
Oh, I don't
Do they
skate.
say that's sick, or do they have their own equivalent of the vernacular within their culture?
I'm not a skateboarder, believe it or not. I'm a golfer. I believe, if any,
Vernacular, what a great word.
that was a great word. That was very good of you.
Mm.
Very good, as I say. So my vernacular is not very good. Bars. Shut up. I enjoyed this game. So I know we got to get out of here. And I did want to talk more Olympics. We'll save that for later. There will be more.
It's on for another week.
I know.
Yeah.
And next week I have
We'll
my
be sick of it by then because there'll be no swimming. The
I mean,
basketball will be over.
exactly. And there's kind of nothing
There'll be
like I'm
black
excited
people
for golf.
running around and winning gold medals. That'll be it.
I don't know, guy. I think USA makes some ground back in track and field, and then obviously basketball. I think golf they should contend. There is a part of me, I said to you in the pre-show, I kind of hope they don't because they took Wyndham Clark over Bryson DeChambeau. I understand why they didn't. Whatever. Scotty Scheffler will probably win gold. That's fine. Before we get out of here, I want to talk about the opening ceremony.
I didn't watch it, but was that a bit gay?
I guess. I didn't watch it either. I hopped onto it. I didn't even know they were happening. I knew the Olympics were going on, but like
No, they always have an open
of
ceremony.
course, no, I knew that part. I've never cared about it. Is my point. Like I've never.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta watch them light the torch. Like, oh no, is at least baseball on, so I have something to gamble with here? Usually it is.
I thought it was a bit of a wank that LeBron James was the flag bearer.
That was weird. That's odd.
Yeah.
I would have preferred my girl Simone.
I reckon the highlight was probably how they introduced South Korea as North Korea.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
The tough one. That's a tough
Which is
one.
good for Kim Jong, what is it, Kim Jong Un or whatever he's. Yeah, because he'll be able to now claim those medals.
In the
We had
Olympics.
a glorious Olympic Games. We got all these medals.
The best shooters in the
Yeah.
world. Also, shouts to last place Ukraine, I believe, with one
Yeah, they've
bronze
got it
medal.
all. Yes, well done. Yeah.
Now listen,
And,
they're war torn. They're
Putin's
war
trying to
torn.
get it back too.
That's coming.
Putin's coming for it.
Putin's like, hey, dickheads, you think you get medals over there too? It's fucked up. But at the same time, so the opening ceremony. So I guess if I understand it correctly, basically people were upset because it mocked religion, I guess. And it was like drag queens, I think. And they're like, well, that's not classy. I was like, who the fuck gives a fuck? Also, it's like, let's keep in mind the 2028 Summer Olympics are in Los Angeles, California. California, the most liberal state in the United States of America's. You might as well put the house on another sort of quote unquote drag type opening ceremony if it's in Los Angeles, California.
Don't know. The pendulum may have swung a lot by then.
Oh, we'll
It might
find
be
out.
back to more normalized things.
I don't know. I think we're gonna swing back the other way if somebody gets elected. I think it swings back the other way. Where we're like, well, this is not okay. I don't know what that voice is, but it's my bitchy Karen voice, I guess.
That's your gay voice.
No, nope, I'm not doing that one. I'm not doing that.
That is your. I'm hankering for some cock voice.
It's not. I have a different one for that.
Awesome. So until next week, take it easy.
Peace.